Once again, it's on. I'm back, live and full effect. Sorry for the delay. It's been a lot going on, but hey, I'm here, back in full effect. This is Hood Tales with Conehead. I am your host, Conehead. Coming to you live and direct. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. We got Donald Trump being indicted in about 4 different conspiracy cases, and he's out on bond, which is weird because YF and Lucci and Young Thug and a lot of them boys and they Ricos and they cases and shit, they still sitting in jail going on 4 years, which is crazy to me. But the government work how it work, you know. But the strangest thing about the whole situation is shit. Donald Trump probably gonna win the presidency anyway. They just trying to slow down or derail what they think is what they know is the inevitable. I mean, the more they put him in the media, the more they put him on the news, the more they indict him, the popular he become, and the more people see how the government works against people, our own people. Like, it sucks, but it's the truth. Because at the end of the day, shit, his indictment, if it was anybody else outside of him being a former president, they wouldn't even be out on the first indictment. They'd still be locked up, or they'll have a high ass ransom. And him getting out on a $200,000 bond, and Giuliani and all them boys, and they're locked up and shit. And then the crazy thing, what we don't even know history, it's kind of crazy how karma come around, because Rudolph Giuliani is actually the one who created the RICO law. He created that shit to fight crime and organized crime and shit like that. But like, look at this shit, like 30 years, 40 years later, and now he's facing the same thing that he created to fight the mafia and fight drug cartels and organized crime. But you see how God don't like ugly. You let these people use this law to just throw anybody in prison and in jail, and any government, state or federal, can use this law, and you don't even have to actually physically do anything. You don't have to partake in crimes or nothing, but your association to that shit will have you sitting doing like 10 or better. So it's kind of crazy how God don't like ugly, and it turned around and it worked against him, and it went against him because, he indicted in Atlanta. I don't know if he out. He should be, probably, more than likely, because he was Trump's attorney or some shit like that. So he probably might be out. But it's just amazing how it seems like, different strokes for different folks. Like, if it was any other ethnicity, man, he'd be up shit's creek without a paddle. But it just goes to show you the government pick and choose who they give favor to and who they fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they might be trying to have a hidden agenda as far as like Trump getting elected or running for president. And what people don't understand, he can have all the indictments in the world that still don't stop him from being president, because he's not convicted. See, once he becomes a convicted felon, then he can't run for president. So I see they trying to push up, speed up one of his indictments for March of next year, which is crazy because at the end of the day, shit, Young Thug done been sitting in jail. Him and YF Lucci been sitting in jail damn 4 years, and they ain't even picked the jury yet. And here it is, this man get indicted over the last like 7-8 months. And shit, they already talk about trial next year because they don't want this man to win. It's fucked up, but it's just the way the government work, man. It's sad. It's fucked up. But yeah, I mean, Trump has some sides that, he rub people the wrong way. And then Trump got a side where, people fuck with him because he don't take no prisoners. He not no yes man. They can't the reason why they don't want Trump back in office is because they can't control Trump. Trump not gonna sit there and let them tell him what to do. The Senate, the House, Congress, they can't control him. You can't bribe this dude. He's not gonna take their campaign money or anything like that to be on the hook in case somebody decide to flip and turn on him and shit. So That's the problem with why they really are after Trump and why they really going at Trump like they going at Trump. They only doing it because they don't want him to win, and he's the best candidate out of all them assholes that's running now, whether it's Democrat or Republican. And what we have to realize as a people, before these parties switch, the Republicans represented the blacks, the Democrats represented the Caucasians, and that's why with Joe Biden you have him as a Dixiecrat, because those are the people who was pushing for the blacks to suffer, for the blacks to have the hardest time, to not get any help, not get any funding, like y'all stay in y'all place, niggas and shit like that. And like I don't understand why the fuck did black people vote for this stupid ass cracker when at the end of the day he actually said that if you don't vote for him that you're not black. Why would anybody vote for a candidate that say shit like that? Like I don't like Joe Biden at all because he's a racist and he's a real racist. Even his wife, like when the women's NCAA tournament was going on and it was Iowa and LSU, the two best teams out of that. Well, actually South Carolina was the best, but Iowa beat South Carolina with the little chick, the chick that was hooping. Like I'm a ball player. I love basketball, so she was nice. She got a stroke. She can shoot that shit from anywhere. She can take you out the dribble, all that shit. Go amongst the trees, and she's a good basketball player. Not taking nothing away from her or her teammates, but Angel Reese and her team and her coach, like they was kind of like how Michigan was back in the day, UNLV was back in the day. If you know about basketball, like they was the rebels. Man, you gotta stay down for it. What's up, on?
One more game, dog. One more. I know you've been patient, overpatient to women, but it's gonna be good, okay?
Okay, that's cool.
All right, we're gonna be good. I promise you, Crystal. I just America's gonna let me go, but I don't need to do that right
now. I got you.
You hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. All right.
So with that being said, my bad, I had a little phone call. I had to holler at my family. But yeah, so what people don't understand with Angel Reese and the LSU Tigers women's basketball, it was kind of crazy how at the end of the day they scrutinized that team because them girls was like very expressive and very vocal, and when it got to the championship game, they wanted Iowa to win because that girl was scoring like 40 points and shit, but they lost. And when Angel Reese did the infamous yayo, because that's what the girl was doing. The white chick was out there hooping, but she was like when she was scoring the chick, she do the little yayo shit. So when they was and the game was over and the game about they about to win, and they taking the starters out and shit. Like baby hit her with the Angel Reese hit her with the like throwing it back at her, and then everybody jumped down the girl throat and talk crazy about her and all that. Then Joe Biden's wife, and this is why I say it's fucked up. Usually when the championship team wins, the championship team go to the White House. This lady was trying to invite the losing team and the winning team because they wanted that girl from Iowa to win that championship so bad. But it just goes to show you, man, what's embedded in people is always there to come out in the end. No matter what they try to cover up and lie and say they are, they're not. They're really not. So, hopefully Trump, do what he do and he win. But whoever win, it ain't for us. So it don't really even fucking matter. Stress yourself out about the president and all that. You see Joe Biden said if you don't vote for him, you ain't black. But what has he done to help any of us? Transgenders and gays and Chinese people got executive order hate crime shit, but yet they can still kill us, the police. White people could come up and do all kind of shit to us, and then just like the white boy just shot up the Dollar General. It's a hate crime. You know what I'm saying? DeSantis, everybody want to get the black people vote because they know that's what's gonna get them in office. But this hood tells a cone here, fuck with me. I'm out.